Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel, and today we will be reviewing the Transformers Studio Series Transformers 1 Deluxe Class B-127, aka Bumblebee, aka Badastron. Anyway, here is the figure, there is the box. As always, we will take a look at the box first. Here is the box, right up front. We have B-127 up there in the corner, alt mode. Right below him, Transformers 1, B-127 / Bumblebee, on the side, Bumblebee or B-127 on the back. You have product shots, screenshot up there from the movie. Side you have his arm, and on the top, just Transformers 1, Bumblebee / B-127, and that is basically it for that, so we can just go ahead and get rid of that. And here is B-127 himself from Transformers 1, and as you can see, he looks very well to how he looked in the movie. Pretty much spot on with this version. Anyway, here is B-127. It's robot mode. As you can see, he looks really good. I really like that head sculpt. As you can see, kind of have him in a more gold plastic, a little bit of gunmetal gray here and there, a little bit of blue for the headlights. You can see the back. You have a screen accurate backpack that is supposed to be there. You have some of the vehicle sides there on the back of his forearms, but oh well. The wheels, and then you just have the typical Bumblebee, just slab the front of the vehicle mode on his chest. But other than that, that is about it for that. And now, as far as articulation for Bumblebee goes, the head is on a ball joint, so you can get a lot of decent movement from that. The head can do a full 360. He can look up about that far, down about that far. Arms are on ball joints and go out about that far. Do a full 360. Got a little bit of wiggle there. You do have a hinge right here, more for transformation, but you can just undo that and you have that hinge if you need it. Arms, you do have bicep rotation. You can go out about 90 degrees. I think that maybe just a little bit more. Wrists, you don't have anything unless you use the transformation joint. You can take them out if you would need to for any way. You have waist rotation. Legs are on ball joints. They can go up about that far. They can go back about that far. Out about that far. And you do have some thigh rotation. Knees can bend back about that far. And as far as the feet go, you do have ankle tiltage, and you can use this transformation hinge here at the foot if you would need to. And that is about it for the articulation. And now, as far as his accessories go, we do get a rifle style blaster here. And it's just a case of just plug it into his hand, and there you go. He now has a blaster, but I think this is kind of an accessory that's more for Optimus, just because Bumblebee really never used this in the movie. I think he only used it like for half a second, maybe, if I'm correct. But anyway, you can just slap it on the Optimus. Now you can give Optimus a rifle, whatever you want. Your figure, do as you want to do with it, but that's just my personal thoughts. Anyway, you get this, Then you get 2 blasters, which just plug right onto his hands, just like so. Now his blaster hands, and the last pair of accessories we get are his knife hands, which are done in a nice blue, and these will just plug in. You have these ports and they will just go right in there, just like that. And same on this side, just plugged in right there, and that is how those will go. Now, I will say it'd be nice if knife cans could be attached separately and not have to rely so much on the guns to have them, but it is what it is. Hopefully DNA or some other upgrade kit will give us something to fix for that, but I understand it's going to be kind of hard considering there's nothing to really connect here unless you would kind of just plug it into the hands. But either way, that's about it for that. And now, as far as storing the accessories, the guns, there are posts on either side, and there are tabs on his back. You just tab this in, just like that, and you got storage for that. Honestly, you kind of call it a jetpack if you really want to, but well. And as far as this, you got a post here. There is a port right there on his butt that you just plug this in, and there is your storage. I mean, for the most part, it's good, but well, storage usually is never meant to be good. It is mainly just meant to be storage, but there you go. And now it is time for the figure comparison. So first off, here he is with Studio Series Optimus Prime. Here he is with Studio Series Megatron. Here he is with Studio Series Sentinel. And lastly, here he is with the Transformers 1 Prime Changers, Bumblebee. So you can see, both great looking figures. Still prefer Studio Series over this one, but by no means is this one bad. Personally, I just prefer this one, but this is also a case of, if you have this one and you don't really feel like buying this one, I would stick with this one because it's still also a really good figure. But I think this one does a little bit more than what this one does. It just a couple extra bucks more. The only thing that I could really give this one credit for what this one doesn't is just having the removable chest plate, and I don't know where that just went. But yeah, that's it for that. But other than that, that's it for the comparisons. And now it is time for the transformation. So first thing that we are going to do is just come here to the forearms, open this up, take these hands, rotate them in, and close that. Same thing on this side, open that up, fold that in, close that down. Then we just rotate these arms, just like that. And now what we can do is just rotate his head 180, take this, and just untap that from there. Take this part and just fold it in. And we would just come back here, untap that, unfold this piece out, bring that down, tab it in, and this will just collapse onto that just like that. Then what we would do now is just come to these heels, flip them in just like so. Then we come to the feet and we just angle them down, come to these sections right here, grab them and untab them, bring these up, and then there is a tab slot connection right here that they will go into. And you just see that on both sides. And what we do now is just pull the legs down like that, take this part, untab that, and just bring it up like so. And now this will all just tab together, just like that. And then last thing that we just need to do is just undo that hinge right there, lift this hinge up. There is a tab slot connection right in there. This will go into, and then there is a tab slot connection here and here that the arms will go into. And just do that on both sides, just like so. And then we just make sure that everything is nice and tabbed in, and there is Bumblebee in his vehicle mode. Now, I really gotta say, this is a really good alt mode. Very screen accurate. Now, it definitely does suffer from a couple flaws, or at least on my copy anyways. But, oh well. The only thing is, this part right here doesn't really like to stay tabbed in. Also, the tabs here aren't very secure, but oh well. I mean, they don't really bother me too much though. But other than that, as far as details go, basically everything we've seen before. So, but anyway, here is a front view. Here's a side view, a rear view, the other side view, the top view, and the bottom view. And other than that, he can roll very nicely, as a matter of fact. Come here. And just real quick to bring in all the weapons, you can't store them. What you can do is just take these. You have tabs there, slots here. These will just tab slot, just like so. As far as this, you have a post and a port. Just go heat, tab right there, and there is your weapon storage for Bumblebee. And now it is time for the size comparison. So first off, here is with Prime. See how they look together. Here he is with Megatron. Here he is with Sentinel. And lastly, here he is with the Prime Changers, Bumblebee. And let's see how they look together. Once again, choice of, I think the Studio Series got it slightly better, at least as far as paint and stuff goes. Well, this one still isn't bad, it's just, I feel like a little too yellow, but other than that, it's all good. And there is your comparisons. And there you have the Transformers Studio Series B-127, aka Bumblebee, aka Megatron. Anyway, there is the review for him. Once again, a really good figure. Definitely could have used a little bit of improvement in some parts, mainly the tabbing on the back of the vehicle mode, but once again, well, I guess. I mean, he looks great, poses great. Once again, another nitpick is just wishing the knife hands could be attached separately instead of just being reliant on the blasters. But other than that, scales really good with the other figures. And I think that is about it for that. Once again, as far as choosing him over the Prime Changers Bumblebee, I would definitely choose this Bumblebee. But if you already have the Prime Changers Bumblebee and are content with it, I would say, yeah, probably stick with that, because they're both really good. I just think this one is slightly better. But anyway, there is that. So that is the Transformers Studio Series Transformers 1 Deluxe Class Bumblebee review. Stay tuned for any upcoming reviews that I post. And I think that is about it. So I will see you guys in the next one.